People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This is not your average typical mama and papa missionary blogging. No. This is blogging that takes you on top of the roof or under the cellar with mother hen and her little chickadees. This one is called the PHILLIP-PAULWELL, Leoda Bradshaw, and the missing baby mother number 2, and the 10-month-old. The whole full story in details based on all of my sources compiled into one. So the first thing was some sorts of blackmailing that was done on social media involving some sorts of picture, some sorts of video, with Mr. Paulwell in some sorts of compromising position. However, it seems as if that was just to throw off what was about to come. After that was some sorts of baby mother drama as it pertains to baby mother number 2 that lives in Portmore with a 10-year-old child. That lady is 27-year-old. The next person, baby mother number 1, that has a child for him that is about 8-year-old or so. She lives in Florida. It is said that she is in some sorts of military. However, she lied to us and told us that she was a part of law enforcement, DA, Drug Enforcement Agency. It seems as if she either exaggerated or she was not forthcoming. She claimed that, yes, she knew about baby mother number 1, the one with the 10-month-old child, and she claimed that she has been cordial in her communication. There was nothing hostile. The last time she communicated with her was through Facebook or something, and she promised, listen, just keep it hush-hush, the fact that you have a baby for Mr. Powell, top politician, and we are going to make sure that you're financially okay. However, people, it seems as if that was just some sorts of psychs to lure baby mother number 2 into her trap, which was to come in a couple of days. Now, people, it is said that she came to Jamaica on the Thursday before that lady and her child was missing. So she came to Jamaica on Thursday, and then by Saturday, she got missing. When that baby mother number 2 got missing, her family members said the vehicle that came to pick her up was some sorts of Pajero, Prada, one of them government vehicle, gold color to be specific. That coincidentally is the same vehicle that Mr. Paulwell had. When that incident occurred and she was missing, they were missing baby mother number 2 and also her 10-month-old. Mr. Paulwell said he had no sorts of idea. He had no knowledge. He had no part of no sorts of conspiracy. We would soon learn that the relevant authority took somebody off the plane. Persons were speculating that it was this lady. However, based on my source, it was somebody that had some sorts of stop order. It had nothing to do with the case. So therefore, it is a bit inconsistent. So your MP and baby mother number 2 were in full denial. They have no knowledge, they have no planning, any sorts of conspiracy with this lady being missing. The Popo were investigating. The Popo investigation would lead them to 4 persons being arrested, meaning Miss Bradshaw being baby mother numero 1. 3 other persons, so it is said between 3 and 4 persons were arrested in total a couple of days ago. One of those suspects is also a cousin, family member of Mrs. Bradshaw. He lives in the Warwicker Hill, Rockfort area, which happens to be the constituency of Mr. Philip-Paulwell. The Popo, when making this arrest, they made announcement through your Deputy Commissioner of Popo, Mr. Fitzbailey, and he said, based on the evidence that they have, the investigation is far advanced, and there is more than enough reason, evidence substantial to believe that Mrs. Leota, Bradshaw, and other co-conspirators know something. This is based on physical evidence. This is based on stuff through the internet. This is based on a wide-scale investigation. So therefore, they arrested these people and they should have been officially charged based on the strong evidence. Now, people, like me say, Mrs. Bradshaw came to Jamaica on the Thursday. Based on the information that is out there, she contacted baby mother number 2 and she told her that, listen, you and I need to talk, discuss what is going on as it pertains to the future of you and the child. However, that was a trap to lure this lady. She came in a vehicle that is said to be Mr. Paulwell's vehicle. Same identical vehicle. Me no know if it's a same Gold, same Prada or Pajero. It could be, but I doubt it very much. Now, since that we saw that the lawyer of Mrs. Bradshaw come out and make some big bad statement. So listen, anybody she is told by her client, anybody that says anything defaming her character, reputation, she is supposed to take full effect, meaning lawsuit, meaning bloggers like myself. However, the truth and the fact is that your reputation is no longer good. You have no sorts of character. You are nothing but an evilous, monstrous lady. So therefore, one thing about the law, you cannot fight the truth, especially when you are more than likely guilty. However, like them say, a person is innocent until proven in a court of law. But in the court of public opinion, and even better, my opinion as a sensible, well-thinking person, this lady is as wicked as they come. So people like me say, the poor all on 4 of them. But guess where this lady was staying all the time she was in Jamaica? She was staying at the house of Mr. PHILLIP-PAULWELL. So we have to ask the question, what was that conversation like? Did they pick each other brain? Did he say, listen, you know, say me a politician and I might be in big trouble. There's a bullseye on my head right now because people are think that me have something to do with it. It makes me look bad as somebody that is supposed to be some sort of role model in a Jamaica, which they are not. The only difference with a politician and the common criminal in a Jamaica is the fact that they just got a 200% to 300% pay raise. A man is just a man. As a matter of fact, they are even more disappointing than the common criminal. Because common sense would tell us to expect better, but people, we've realized based on their recent history that we should actually expect worse. Not to stray away from the topic. Some just say she was staying by him. At no time didn't she mention she was telling a lie. He was telling a lie. Both of them are in denial. That is the question we have to ask. Now people, what is even more damning against these people based on information that is out there by your reputable news media such as Newswatch or whatever them name, they say that they found some bone skeletal remains of at least 2 bodies. They assume to be that of the 10-month-old and also the 27-year-old baby mother number 2. Based on my sources, it is said that that scene is cornered off. That means no sorts of news media can go up there. However, it is said that it is being processed. Those remains were sent to the lab and they're going to do some sorts of DNA analysis to confirm, identify if it is indeed those 2 persons. They think that it is. And this is why they think that it is. Based on the information, it is said that somebody is stalking possibly Mrs. Bradshaw, more than likely the cousin. So the poor them ask me question, then hold on a minute. Based on our knowledge, You cannot just go up to that place, Warwick Hill or Rockfort, just like that. You have to have some sorts of password. You can't just pass and go violate the people in place unless, of course, you are from there. Well, people, this is what happened. One of the cousin that is said maybe is stalking, he is exactly from there, and it is said that this lady has some sorts of link in that area also, which happens to be the constituency of Mr. Phillip-Paulwell. As a matter of fact, it is said that those family members that live up there have a reputation of being gangsters. They are not the ordinary citizens of Jamaica. That means them dibble and dabble in an illegal activity. So when we ask ourselves the question, then hold on a minute. Why would this lady feel as if she can't come to Jamaica? Because obviously she is jealous. Obviously she is not so right mentally. Even though she's a part of the U.S. Armed Forces, military, whatever, even though she claimed that she is some sort of drug enforcement, law enforcement agency, she could pass that test. However, she is not stable like a lot of women that are out there that are jealous and obsessive, and those jealous rage will cause them to do something that is out of character. But is it actually out of character? I'm going to talk about that later. So people, like me say, based on information, it is said that that cousin gave the Popo investigators information as to where the BODIES is at in a some sorts of shallow GRAVE at the foot of Warwick Hill. If you're not from Rockfort or you're not from Warwick Hill, unless you are mentally insane, you are not going to try to even enter that place. So therefore, that is how the Popo know where to go. That is how they were able to go there. That is why this lady leave from foreign and come to Jamaica and thought that she could get away with it, because in her mind, yeah, I have some bad family. If me talk to them and tell them say me have a little problem like Houston, they are some yes people. If me tell them say somebody a mash up my love life, somebody a mash up my life like Nico and Amari, they are going to be quick to assist me, especially if me can bring some clerks, if me can give them some sorts of monetary gain. However, they did not expect the plot, the scheme, the conspiracy to unravel so quickly. They did not or underestimated the power of the investigators in Jamaica, and when them get catch, them start get soft. Them no bad no more like the typical wangsters in Jamaica. So this lady thought that she could fly to Jamaica on Thursday, make this lady get missing on Saturday. Basically, the Popo have all sorts of intelligence based on phone conversations that she might have had. Might is the operative word, well, that she had. I will just say that. She also thought that, well, my man, my baby mother, baby father, not mine, meaning hers, him powerful, him a politician, so therefore he can pretty much get away with anything. Just look at the history of Jamaica, like the history book. Them pretty much do anything, them can thief, them a get away with it for about 5 or 6 decades. Why would anything change? So therefore she gave herself a false sense of security that, listen, with my bad relative and my big, bad and bold politician husband to be, which is not ever going to be, me can do it and get away with it. I can act as if I am some sort of innocent Miss Saint, and it is going to work. However, she was DEAD wrong. DEAD mean the operative word. Now people, let's analyze the whole thing. And this is based on conversation that I've had with persons that are engaged in the case. Persons that are overseas that are assisting in the case. are persons that are just law enforcement persons analyzing the whole situation. Something not right. There is something that is not adding up. The maths is not adding up. 2 and 2 now equal 22, 222, 2,222, 22,222. It now add up. A mad maths, it is not odd maths, it is crazy maths. So in other words, people are saying, the possibilities is that this man, meaning your politician, Mr. Pauwell, must know something. Could have been a part of it. Worst case scenario, he is accessory after the fact. That means him know say something go on, him know say something go down, and he is trying to cover up for this lady. Because people remember, like me tell you, when the lady came to Jamaica, she was not staying at the Hilton. She was not staying at any sort of Airbnb. She was staying at his house. Is it a likely possibility, unless he is pretty much blind and deaf and DUMB, that he might have heard something? He was not suspicious about anything. As a matter of fact, when I analyze and assess the whole situation and think that they were trying to keep this lady quiet, the baby mother number 2 of the 10-month-old, they were trying to give her some sort of hush-hush money because of the shame that it was going to bring on them. And even worse, this lady was trying to get Mr. Pauwell to marry her for the longest time. So in other words, she saw this other baby mother and this little picnic as some sort of threat to her marriage situation, to her long life with Mr. Pauwell, and then, you know, one of them storybook kind of setting or ending. However, pretty much her life has ended because she did not think it through properly. She overestimated herself, her family's badness, and also Mr. Pauwell's power. No, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. Politicians can get away with just about anything. Their people more than likely can. This is the type of Jamaica that we have, that even the people that are investigating are willing to corrupt, pervert the case of justice. Will they do it in this case? People may not know, because external law enforcement is watching, the whole world is watching. But we know, say, just like the common criminals in a Jamaica, that is how our government and security is, meaning the JCF. You cannot trust them either. So anyways, like me say, she does stay a female. So what is the possibility all of this is happening, all of this planning is going on? She left with theme vehicle. So yeah, tell me, say, the fact that the relative of baby mother number 2 that came out and made several posts on social media saying that yes, is a gold Prada or Pajero, one of them government issue gas guzzling vehicle that came and picked up this lady. She has been missing since. In any sorts of law enforcement country in the world, if you are the last person that is seen with that person, in the company of that person, you are automatically suspect numero uno, meaning number 1 in English. The vehicle belonged to Mr. Pauwell, so therefore it makes him at least an accessory to MURDER. But like I said, this is for the court to determine whether he knowingly, willingly, intentionally, was he a part of the planning process? Was he a co-conspirator, or is he an innocent victim of no sorts of knowledge, ignorant to it, with everything being played out in front of his face? Nobody can be that dumb, nobody can be that blind, nobody can be that stupid, or can they? Now people, here's the thing about this lady. When you look at this lady, she has everything going for her. She lives in a foreign, not to say that everything is a bed of rose in a foreign. She have a decent job. She has a child. She lives in a decent neighborhood. She's a beautiful young lady. She has a child. She has everything going for her. Why would she even risk this over some sorts of man that is unstable? Some sorts of man that obviously don't want no sorts of wife. This man is all over the place sowing his wild oats. Him leave from this one, go at that one. Him have all sorts of shaky thing upon him name as it pertains to the fishing organization of Jamaica from a couple of years back, a couple of decades back. Question signs about party at all sorts of FREAKY fish party as it pertains to politicians. His name has been calling up as it pertains to that, and even for the average woman that want an average man. This man would fall into the category of a dog. This man would fall into the category of a womanizer. This man would fall into the category of somebody that just wants to have fun. Him just want to go around, breed up all sorts of women of all sorts of FREAKY in the back door SEX people. This is not me making this up. This is things that is out there that everybody knows about. This man have the fishy regime under him name. If he is, cannot validate or verify it. However, he is FREAKY as FUCK, and nothing is wrong with that. If it's that is your fetish and you're too consenting adult, you can do exactly what you want to do. However, this lady, Mrs. Leoda Bradshaw, was trying to convince this man that he should marry her. He has never taken up the offer. He has never shown any sorts of sign that he will. However, as soon as she hears him breed her next lady, she get in her feelings and she plotted and she schemed. If everything what is out there is true and common sense prevail, it shows that she was guilty of trying to take away this lady because she was obsessive, she was jealous, and she saw this lady and the little pitney as a threat. Now people, I guess everybody have some sorts of jealous streak, but it is to what extent? How wicked, how cruel, how much of a monster can you be as a mother with parental instinct that have a child to take away a next lady and even worse, a 10-month-old baby because you want to own this man that you cannot own, that does not have the characteristics or a MO of ever settling down. So pretty much it seems as if it was damned if she did, damned if she don't for this lady. She was wishing well at the wishing well for Paulwell, not knowing that she would have gotten a husband from hell. People, ask wife numero uno about her experience with Mr. Paulwell. I am speaking about a lady, I think her name is Carrion. They were married maybe about 1990 something, early 2000. However, that marriage did not last for 2 years. Less than 2 years, I think, don't quote me. And it is because of infidelity. Like me say, this man was like a rolling stone. He gathered no sorts of mass. Figure that out. As a matter of fact, based on information that I have, it is documented that this man only loves young girls in about the same age category as his daughter, which his daughter is probably about 20-something going to 30. So therefore, if you are an aged elderly lady, you stand no sorts of chances, and even worse of a chance in getting this man to settle down and not sow his wild oats like he is used to. So therefore, this lady gave away her life, put her daughter that is 8-year-old in jeopardy, and it is said based on information that I got, since she came to Jamaica, her daughter has been back and forth in Jamaica for about 4 times or so. And if you ask me, blogger, then how you know all of this? It is because I have real links. So therefore, when you hear me talk, you can consider it the gospel. Not to say that I've never gotten anything wrong because of misinformation, but people trust me when me talk is because me talk to who know or who in the know. So people, at the end of the day, this is a very tragic story in which somebody's political career might be going down the drain. Because if, in my opinion, what happens and should happen is that he will probably be charged too. However, in a Jamaica, like you and I know, money moves mountains. Money causes people to be corrupt. Money and power, that is, because you can have money and still have zero power. Politicians are the most powerful people in a Jamaica, especially when you take into consideration that there's what we call the body club, meaning the JCF, meaning the judge, meaning the DPP, the DA, prosecutor. All of them are linked. They decide or determine who gets charged and who don't get charged. Quick reference, SSL, criminals. Quick reference, anybody that you see that is of any sort of political affiliation or power in a Jamaica that has MURDERED, people in a cold blood and get away with it. It is not by coincidence, it is written like the 10 Commandments. Some just say that is why they are hesitant. That is why this man is still out there, even though the people, the relevant authority, meaning the JCF, have him under high suspicion. People, me don't know where I go on, but this is Jamaica, like me say. Hope for the best and expect the worst. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.